Generali have. Certainly, first of all, I'd like to thank you. Good morning to everybody. We are an insurance company that's 200 years old. We work with 60 countries. We have a turnover of more than 70 billion a year, and we offer services to several millions of customers dotted around the world. Now, why is technology important? In defining the strategy of the group a few years ago, we realized that we could, in fact, raise the service to customers if we focused on the idea of improving our customers' lives and people's lives. And this became a key concept, which became part of our group vision. Enhancing people's lives, therefore, is part of our group vision. The way we want to achieve that is to do so bearing in mind three principles. First of all, innovating products and the way that we do our business means that we have to create a clear value for the customer. And I'll go back to what that means practically. We have to create value, therefore, for the customer. We have to create value for the company. And third, which is fundamental, it has to be economically sustainable. This to satisfy all the stakeholders we have in our company, our shareholders and distributors. Now, we have applied this concept to two products that are linked to the traditional idea of insurance. The first product was the car insurance product. Through technology and data analytics possibilities, we have been able to help our customer, the motorist, to improve their driving skills. Very simple. Technology allows you to collect data, the speeding up of the car, the braking of the car, and so on, and all the context within which that happens, the type of road, the conditions, the weather conditions. And these data can be processed, and you can identify the risk that the motorist poses to himself and to others. And we collect these data to improve and help the motorist improve his driving skills. Obviously, to motivate him, we have to recognize an economic value for him. So there's this idea of changing person's behavior through a motivation. It's very basic by way of concept, and we are succeeding in implementing it thanks to technology. So it's the ability of data collection that can be carried out with the particular devices on cars, or to have information that the car already generates. Car manufacturers, in fact, have this sort of technology installed, so we can collect these data, process it, and get useful information to improve the driver's skills. Obviously, you have to do this sustainably. We have to be able to remunerate all our stakeholders. We are listed on the stock exchange. We're a listed company, and that's important. We were able to meld together these three factors, the value for the company, for the customer, and the sustainability. Now we have 30% of our car insurance products, which in fact are linked to this sort of automatic or motomatic data collection system. Now, the second product that we used is in the health field. And this was a revelation we had a couple of years ago. We knew about this before, but we know that three lifestyles of people are responsible for 50% of global deaths and mortality. Let me explain. The inadequate eating habits, smoking, and also poor lifestyles, in fact, cause all these deaths. And we asked ourselves, what does this mean for us insurers, especially we who have health care insurance products? Translated into products, these data can help us to add a preventive aspect to the product. And we want to develop prevention, directing our focus onto these three factors. So the idea was very simple. If we can motivate our customers to eat better, to take more physical exercise, and to stop smoking, we will have a much higher likelihood of that person contracting a disease which will be degenerative. So that's the basic motivation behind the development of this new product, which came onto the market a couple of years ago, and on the 1st of July, it will actually be marketed in Germany. So we motivate people to have a healthier lifestyle, and obviously we can motivate them by giving them access to a series of partners that will allow them to get hold of so-called healthy food, healthsome foods. We have a series of activities which are linked in that they can have at good conditions, and the more these customers use this, the greater the benefit. So if you like, we have a loyalty program which also links into the fall in the cost of the insurance product. So this is the second product that uses technology a great deal because, of course, for this second product, we have mobile technology to link in with the customer, and we have to process a lot of important data, the type of physical exercise, the sort of eating habits, and so on. These all generate an enormous amount of data which have to be processed to show us that that person, in fact, is conducting a lifestyle which will, in fact, reduce the risk of disease. So we have the technology which allows us to give us a value added for the customer, especially, and us. We're very proud of that product because last year we were able to become, as a result of this, one of the 50 most innovative companies in the world. And it was the first time that an Italian company got on to that list of the 50 most innovative companies in the world. And it was the first time that a financial company got into the world of innovation in such a seminal way. So this was a challenge in the insurance world in Europe. At least this is the first time that an insurance company has launched a product like this. So obviously you have to respond to your shareholders and you have to translate your attention for lifestyle, for quality of life, for healthy living and healthy driving and good driving. You have to offset that, and you have to also at the same time give a value to your shareholders. You have to balance out the two, because this is an example of having a good fallback and spin-off for the positive economy, because if a person lives longer, he'll pay his insurance product more, so it has an economic benefit and so on. Yes, this goes back to what I said before. The ideal product is something that we have really looking at. It has to have a good value added for the customer. It has to have a important value for the company. The fact that a driver reduces the risk of him having an accident or getting a certain disease, this obviously gives me, a company, a benefit. But I have to do this in a sustainable, economically sustainable way. We have to realize and have to account to our shareholders on this. And the positive message is that there is the possibility of innovating with technology and satisfy all three elements in that chain. We really do believe in this concept. The motor telematics, which has already been on the market for some years, proves this, in fact.